Hi everyone, this is TPG, the pageant guy, Ken Filarca. I know curious kayo kung bakit ako nag-rebrand and bakit TPG. Okay, the TPG stands for the pageant guy. At the same time, I'm doing also other contents like food, travels, and all. Pwede ko rin the pagkain guy. Corny, no? Anyway, we're here to talk about the Aqua Angels of Miss Universe Philippines 2026. I'm taping this right now, this morning, right after the show last night. My memory about their performance is still vivid. It's still fresh. It's still in my mind. So let's talk about the Aqua Angels Top 12. And at the same time, I'll be inserting some candidates that I think stood out also during the show. Let's start with number 12. Number 12 for me is Nicole Borromeo of Cebu Province. Given that she has a beautiful face, she has a commanding aura, but then maybe it's a quite disadvantage that I know the routines because my room is facing the pool where they perform. So while they're doing their rehearsals, I was really into it. Kumbaga, nakita ko kung ano dapat yung routine, nakita ko yung mga choreography and all. I think that for me, it was quite technical why I put her on my number 12 spot. Medyo nagbabad lang kasi ng airtime because yun nga, hindi nasunod yung choreography. But I understand. Dahil siguro sa kaba and yun, yung pressure. But definitely, she's still beautiful and still running for the crown. At number 11 spot, number 11 is Adela May Marshall of Muntinlupa. Okay, Adela is very honest naman to admit that she forgot to go forward. And while I did my interview right after the show with her, kinabahan nga daw siya. And you know, another factor could also be the spotlight. Kasi candidate ka while performing on stage and then the spotlight is nakatutok sa'yo. Hindi mo talaga makikita kung saan ka pupunta. Pakiramdaman rin talaga. As in, that's the reason why I guess that some of the veterans perform well kasi nasanay na sila. And I understand that Adela is just a first-timer in pageantry, but she did well. Definitely she did well, even with the short span of time that she showed up on stage. At number 10 is Sultan Kudarat. Well, definitely, she also forgot her routine dahil sa kaba. But I understand also dahil ito yung first major pageant niya, no? First major national pageant. But definitely, it's a face that you couldn't ignore regardless of that technicality. But I think if she went straight, papunta sa harap, papunta sa proper na choreography, I guess I could place her at least on the top 5. At my number 9 spot is Pampanga. Honestly, si Pampanga is one of the most stunning faces when it comes to normal days here in Aqua Boracay. Grabe yung styling, grabe yung presence. I think that she's definitely killing the game. She's on her A game. I'm putting her at number 9 kasi I think that she can still improve her walk. Medyo mabigat pa yung lapat ng legs. I understand also na mahaba siya. She's tall. Medyo, I guess, the balancing and everything. But she could still work on her pasarela more. But definitely, Pampanga is acing the game. Number 8 spot, my number 8 is my personal bias because she's really an Ilocana. You know, I'm very honest with this one. I've been vocal even during my first vlog because I'm really proud that Ilocanos are well represented this time, and it's Tarlac. Marian Arellano. She's really giving me the vibes of Krishna Gravides. Andun na yan, doon na yung face. Meron lang akong mga some technicalities that I would like to see sa lakad niya, but definitely, she aced this round. And I guess, on point lahat yung styling niya, lahat-lahat. Palagi dito pag nakikita mo sa Aqua Boracay, she's one of the girls that you would love to see every day. Yon, meron lang siguro akong mga minor details or minor issues on her pasarela, but definitely, kaya pa namang solusyonan with this span of time. Number 7. Number 7 is a surprise queen for me. It's Tacloban's Jackie. Oh, grabe. nung naglalakad si Jackie, I really knew that she will be one of the angels. Why? Kasi she was so glowing, yung face niya was very radiant. Alam mo yon that the vibes, nakikita mo talaga na, oh, lumalaban siya, but she's enjoying. Hindi siya yung parang in a competition mode, ganon. And I guess Tacloban made the right decision to send Jackie. And kudos to her team, especially to Direk Andrew, her pasarela coach. Of course, si Andrew at saka kay Donver, the team of Tacloban, you guys did so well this time in Aqua Boracay. Galing, galing. At my number 6 spot. Number 6 ko is my personal favorite also. Alam niya yan at alam rin ng kanyang family members and her team, I guess. It's Baguio. Roxy Bayes. It's my first time to see her perform on stage. Right after her pageant noong 2020, that was a virtual pageant kasi, so we couldn't appreciate kung gaano ba siya kagaling sa pasarela. She's very honest enough na parang, of course, marami pa siyang i-improve and all, but you know what makes her beautiful and what makes her stand out definitely last night was her stage presence. Yung aura niya, yung dating niya, you couldn't miss seeing her every moment, every second. I guess there's a charm in her. It's very magnetic. Alam mo ba na sinasabi namin dito sa Aqua Boracay that she's giving us the vibes of Chelsea Fernandez. So we wouldn't be surprised if she'll be crowned as Miss Cosmo. Definitely worth it pag siya ang Miss Cosmo. At my number 5 is Justine Felizarta. Okay, Justine Felizarta just did it so flawlessly kahit na muntikan siyang mag-sleep. But I understand it's because of her heels, parang na ano sa in between the woods. So medyo it was really hard for her to balance that time. But she managed it. Hindi siya nahulog, hindi siya nag-sleep off. Alam niyo si Justine, very classy siya. Yung atake niya is very Katrina Dimaranan. Ganun yung dating niya sa akin eh. Maybe because meron silang resemblance. And you know, it's always good to see a queen na nag-e-evolve. From her previous pageants to now, I think that Justine really stood out last night. And I'm so happy to see her at the list of Aqua Angels. Number 4. Okay guys, patawad kung na number 4 ko siya for now. Alam niyo naman that I'm a proud Ilocano and a supporter and a believer of Ilocana Queens. And the Queens of the North, definitely. But right now, I'm putting her at the number 4 spot. Maybe because meron lang akong some technicalities that kailangan i-improve. The footworks are okay. Okay na rin sa akin yung posing ng paa niya. Magaling. Magaling talaga. Kudos to Ian. But then, may napansin ako on the upper part. Hindi lang ako nakapansin, I guess with the other supporters also, yung sa pagliyad and the posing. I guess she needs to improve on that one because the first thing that's seen on camera is not really the footworks. It's the upper part of the body. So, yung shoulders, yung liyad, yung face, she has the face definitely. She just needs to manage it more. And definitely, La Union is killing the game. She's giving the vibes of Paulina Vega na meron siyang pagka-Liza Soberano na dating. I guess, na-interview ko siya guys, if you've seen my interview with her after the show. And she's modest, she's very humble enough to admit na meron pa siyang mga improve. And salamat sa mga sumusuporta sa kanya at naniniwala at pinupush pa rin natin ang ating Ilocana Queen na definitely she's for Miss Universe, diba? I'm so happy na positive naman karamihan ng mga nasasabi ng mga tao. And you know, as an Ilocano, rooting for an Ilocana Queen, nakakatuwa. But I'm putting her on number 4 spot para meron pang challenge sa kanya to improve. You know what I mean? Kasi right now, she's very humble enough to admit. Kanina nga before I tape this vlog, no, pauwi na kasi sila, mauuna kasi sila. Ako kasi nag-stand ng one day. Nag heart-to-heart talk kami and honest siya. Admittedly, sabi niya, hindi talaga yun yung best ko pa. Oh, abangan nyo ha, hindi talaga yun yung best niya pa. So definitely, mas malaking improvement pa ang ipapakita niya sa atin. Kaya laban, La Union. Third spot. At my third spot, alam ko na maybe I'm one of the few na maglalagay sa kanya sa top 3. But I guess for someone who's spicing up the show, I think that she deserves this spot. Ang lala, ang galing. Grabe, yung look, yung atake, yung walk, yung posing, yung strides, very commanding, very powerful. It's Iloilo City. worth the hype. She's worth the hype dahil ang galing niya, ang galing niya mag-perform. Ang galing. Alam mo, ang kulang na lang kay Zesta maybe is the transition of face. Medyo mas on the fierce side kasi siya. If she smiles more and then atake more on the transition of face, definitely she could kill it. Ang galing. Abangan talaga si Iloilo City. Second spot and my first spot, definitely nahirapan ako, okay? Kasi also there two of the biases of mine, personal biases of mine. Kasi alam ko yung hugot nila, nakita ko rin yung journey nila in the past. And definitely, I'm really impressed on their performance. Second spot goes to Bella Ismael. Si Bella, kung napansin nyo, nag-story ako sa IG na sinabi ko na take one lang siya sa rehearsal. Because it's true. Nakinig siya sa director. Grabe yung mga choreography, yung mga points and all. Take one lang. That's how focused she is. And you would agree with me that you would love to work with the queen na nakikinig, na alam niya yung gagawin niya. Because it's really important to follow rules and instructions, especially in a show. Kasi for me, kapag medyo nagbabad ka sa choreography or medyo hindi mo sinunod yung choreography, parang it's a disrespect to the director and the show. And with the other girls na susunod as well, especially if you got some pinch of time from them. And Bella made it so smooth despite the fact na almost siyang ma-outbalance. Nakita ko kasi lahat yung angle ko from the terrace. Kung siguro very technical ka, mapapansin mo yon. But if you see it in a normal way lang, definitely parang wala lang. She gave us a very smooth glide. Grabe, ang ganda ng poses, very plakado. And then she's giving us the aura na queenly, na very arbony. You know what I mean? Na for the others, hindi nila nakikita sa video, sa photos. But pag ikaw ay nakita mo in person, pag nandito ka talaga na witness mo talaga, guys, ang lakas ni Bella. Definitely a contender for the top crown. And for my number one spot, alam ko naman mag-a-agree kayo lahat dito dahil karamihan ng nag-number one sa kanya ay nandito, nakapanood in person, live, kita lahat. Even the father and parents of some of the delegates, we've heard them talking about her. Nabilib sila, nagalingan sila, and definitely it's Cebu City, April Smith. Ay, grabe, April. Sobrang goosebumps, no? Ang galing. The moment that she went out from the backstage, nandun siya sa gitna sa LCD, nag-pose siya. Grabe yung silhouette. Kasama ko kasi dito sa terrace while watching them is RJ Ignacio. And definitely, gusto namin magsalita while shooting them para sa clips namin. But then, nagpipigil kami. Right after niya, nagsalita kami na, grabe, halimaw, ang haba ng legs, ang ganda ng strides, ang strong ng poses. Definitely, she smiled, she showed out some fierce side and all. And you know, that's what I mean of a performance. Na you know, when you perform, you surprise everyone. You give your best. It's as if you scored, pero definitely it's not scored. But you've seen a preview of how well she could perform in the finals or in the preliminaries. Kasi in few days time, mag-shoot na sila for the preliminaries. Definitely, for this round, it's April Smith who stood out. Okay, we're done with the top 12 ng Aqua Angels. So let's discuss the queens who deserve also recognition. First for me is Luciana Laguna. I guess she's very classy. Her attack is very donya, ganon yung vibes niya. Maybe for some others na parang looking for power, I understand them. Siguro more on the transition of face, but definitely the poses, the walk, she's very commanding. Presence is felt. Shout out also to Laguna, Isabel Prats. Maganda rin yung lakad niya, maganda rin yung performance niya. I guess she also deserve to be recognized. And of course, sinong hindi nakakita sa performance ni Camiguin? Camiguin, definitely paglabas niya ng stage, nagbigay na siya ng pitik ng ulo, ng strides, ang haba ng legs. Siguro meron lang siya mga babaguhin ng konti kasi medyo nandun pa siya sa provincial level style. But definitely, if she gets polished, she could kill the game. And alam nyo ba na pwede nyo rin pansinin ang performance ni Negros Occidental Lex Colmenares? Grabe, ang galing. Ang ganda ng lakad, ang ganda ng poses. Definitely, the face, the lakad, ang galing, ang ganda. Lex, keep it up. So, special shout out goes to Summer Island. She's very beautiful. Grabe, hindi mo talaga pwedeng isnabin. Ang ganda ni Catherine Wardell. Ang ganda-ganda talaga niya. I understand siguro na medyo nakulangan lang din ako sa facial transitions niya. And konti pa sa lakad, but she's there. Hindi mo na siya pwedeng hindi pansinin. Feeling ko pasok na to for the first cut. Sure na yan. Basta mag-perform lang maigi, maging consistent lang. Special shout out to Quezon Province. I know most of you didn't see it or maybe hindi nyo na binigyan ng attention, but Quezon Province is one of the girls who performed really well also. Definitely the technicalities of walk and all. She gave us a classy vibe talaga. I think kailangan rin niya ma-recognize for our job well done. One also of the girls that I would like to commend is Cotabato Province. I guess maganda rin ang pinakita niya. Worth mentioning, also Nueva Ecija. Oh my God, she's definitely a dark horse. Nueva Ecija. Maganda, matangkad, mahaba. The performance is also there. So definitely, this girl should also be recognized. No? Maganda, magaling yung performance niya. So that's it everyone. We're wrapping up our list. And yeah, grabe yung experience dito sa Aqua Boracay. I've get to know them more. I've got to talk to them more. So maybe yung bonding, kumbaga, with the girls and with us na accredited partners ng Miss Universe Philippines ay nabuo talaga ng malala. So congratulations to the Queens. Congratulations to Miss Universe Philippines Organization and to Aqua Boracay as well. Salamat for this kind of experience. Thank you so much and please like, share, and subscribe.